G'day ladies and gentlemen, Thebuttsmarn here, and in this video I want to help solve a very tragic situation. I think I've come up with a way that perhaps we can help everybody involved. This story surrounds one young woman and a very difficult battle that she's currently engaged with. Her name is Eugenia. You've probably heard of her over the past, 5 to 10 years. She's a long-time YouTuber, but recently she's been finding a whole new level of fame on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. A new audience has been introduced to her and her very significant problem. Eugenia, I don't know how to pronounce it, she is obviously very, very sick. She's suffering what is known as anorexia nervosa. She's struggling to eat, she's struggling to keep weight on, and anorexia is one of those diseases that actually has a very high death rate, usually from suicide. And it's worrying to see how she portrays herself and how the algorithm helps her garner a large amount of attention online. I may add that this is the same eating disorder that this lady, Tess Holliday, has. No, I'm serious. That's ridiculous. Let's compare the pair. There's a difference. Eugenia has been on YouTube for a long time, as I said, and throughout her time on YouTube, many people have commented on her body, which is not a great thing. But when she's so sick, as she obviously is, it would be remiss of people not to comment on it. In fact, it's the first thing they notice about her. And she seemingly ignores it. Well, to the very best of her ability. I'm sure she's very aware of it internally, but she seems to ignore it for the most part in the public forum. She never really comments on it. She just goes about her business. And if you have a look just for a moment in her comment section, you can see that some people are concerned, others are just horrible about it. But look at these comments. Like, there's some horrible ones. This is painful to watch. I don't understand where she gets her energy from. But there's also what is more terrifying is there's positive comments about it. Some people suggesting that she looks really good. Some people saying, I want to look like that. And that is where an even bigger issue lies. How many people watching her content think to themselves, that's what I want to look like? That's scary, that's worrying, and it's also almost a gateway to a very unhealthy lifestyle. Eugenia comes across as a very lovely person. I'm not making a video to talk shit about her at all. But she does rely on negative and some positive comments to grow algorithmically. Now that may be fine for some people, like even for me, right? When people comment something positive or something negative, it doesn't matter. It still pushes a video out there. But when they're commenting on your body and how you look, particularly when you're fighting an illness, that's where the issue lies. Now we see this with a lot of different people, particularly in the obese lady and obese man section of the internet. People like Avocado. They rely on people talking about how disgusting they are to basically grow their online profile. Now people are also doing the same with Eugenia. Christ, can you pick an easier name? But with her, it seems like it could end in disaster at any moment. That's why I made this video. I just think it's terrible. I think it's awful. I think it's awful that she's allowed to do it. I know that sounds fucked up, like you should have the free will to do this and free speech, but someone needs to do something. This is how she gets a following, with shit like this. I actually do have a proposal for YouTube, for social media companies to help her get through these issues, but I'll get to that in a minute. Before I raise my proposal as to what can actually help this lady, I think we need to really look at the other side of the aisle, because we've spoken about Avocado and his fatness, but what about other people who rely on the complete opposite of what Eugenia is doing? I don't think she's flaunting anorexia at all. I think she's just living through an illness. Other people out there are flaunting their obeseness and they're making a career off it. Case in point, the mukbang world, and particularly the mukbang world of one Trisha Paytas. She's known for her mukbangs and her obesity, and I'm pretty sure she's got an OnlyFans. I've seen her pussy, it's gross. You probably know her from somewhere on the internet. I first saw her, I think, in David Dobrik's vlogs many years ago. Other people saw her on the H3 podcast where she demonstrated her extreme intelligence.
I low-key got really sad about the Holocaust this weekend. Moses explained to me what actually happened, and I started crying.
You just found out about the Holocaust?
I had no idea.
Regardless, her type of content was this: mukbangs.
I'm working out. I finally found the gym in my place. As soon as I move out, of course, I find the gym right. Or maybe if that lasts into pizza, I'm gonna like die. I love this kind of stuff, like really, really creamy pasta is so good. It's kind of hard to eat and serve, but gosh, dang, this is good.
So herein lies the question. If we know all of these things about obesity, which we do, we know how dangerous it is, we know how it can kill you, why aren't we freaking out in the exact same way that we are with Eugenia Cooney? Eugenia. Fuck. Where is the outrage? Where is the calls for someone to help? Well, they don't exist. Even though both of the sides of the spectrum are as dangerous as each other. These chubby fuck content creators are living a very dangerous lifestyle, as Trisha explains here.
There was a point that I was like hospitalized and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was exhaustion or something like that. And it was like just eating too much. Like everything was just tight.
Not to mention the long-term girth growth of a human does lead to an early death in much the same way that the shrinkage of a human through anorexia nervosa or any of those type of eating disorders leads to an early death as well. And remember, as I said, Trisha has an OnlyFans. That's fucking gross. So what the fuck do we do? Do we ban this type of content? Well, if we ban Eugenia's content, we have to ban the fat people. We can't go around banning everyone. That's an attack on everyone's free speech. So what do we do? Well, for the mukbangers, they can get fucked, all right? They're choosing to do that. That's not a mental illness. What we're dealing with people with anorexia is a mental illness. Their brain is not allowing them to eat. My original thought for Eugenia is this. I looked at her social blade, okay? And she's got hundreds of thousands of views every single day. So she's making a bit of cash from YouTube. Maybe $20,000 a month, thereabouts. That's 200K a year. A fair chunk of change. So how could she, when most of her views come from people looking at her body, ever change the way she looks? How could she ever take time off to go through recovery? How could she ever do that if she's going to lose all this money? Because don't forget, most of the people who watch her content watch it out of morbid curiosity. If she puts weight on, they're probably not going to watch it anymore. Although I think if she did recover, people would watch her more and more and more. People would be really, really interested and she'd make more money. But that's not what this is about. She's not in a stable enough mental state to do any of this. My original thought was that YouTube should almost act as an income protection service as she goes off and takes some time off and looks after herself and gets better. It's almost like YouTube should step forward and say, listen, we'll cover your wages for 12 months and we'll send you to a rehab program because we've made so much money off what you have been doing. You've been making these videos, we've been putting ads on them for years and years and years. We're gonna give you some cash, all right? We're gonna give you 150 grand, whatever it is, whatever covers your costs, and we're gonna send you off to a mental health facility to help you get better. Because if no one does anything, then this young lady is going to die. But then also, all bodies are beautiful and all bodies are healthy. So I guess she's fucking healthy. Because if Nikocado Avocado and Trisha Paytas are healthy, then she must be too. There's so many questions surrounding this, and I'd be interested to know your thoughts in the comment section. Should big platforms like YouTube, like Facebook, like TikTok step in and actually help their creators with these problems? Obviously, there would be an interesting precedent set. And what about all the other people that need help? So it'll never happen. But it is an interesting thought exercise that maybe this could be a way to help people because she desperately, and I mean fucking desperately, needs help.
Hey guys, so I guess I'm just making this video as kind of like an update video kind of thing. This is honestly, in a lot of ways, like a really sad video.
Just look at this title of this video. Things are really bad right now. But that video is not about her, it's about her grandma passing, which is very sad. But she is using clickbait to get people to watch. Which is fine, everyone does it. Not just YouTubers, fucking newspapers, movie makers, all that type of shit. They all use clickbait. But she's using clickbait in a very strange way where she's utilizing someone else's morbid curiosity about her anorexia to make a video about her dead grandma. I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. Should YouTube help? Should somebody help? Or is this just a person making their own decisions and it's up to them to fix the problem? Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Be dick stinks. Toodaloo, au revoir, bye bye.